Hello everyone, it's Irma Elias. I'm back today to talk about what we're going through every day for the past year with COVID-19. I'm here to shed some light on some coping mechanisms, how to get through this time, how to stop the depression that we're feeling, the sadness, the feeling of loss of control. I'm here to discuss these things with you and hopefully shed some light on ways to cope. The other thing that I'm going to demonstrate today is how to do a kettlebell swing. For all of you that don't really know how to use a kettlebell or what to do, I'm going to demonstrate the proper method on the kettlebell swing. So first, I'd like to talk about our mood responses associated with COVID-19. We're experiencing a reluctance or inability to share grief with others. Maybe that this may be associated with mood decrements and increased potential for psychopathology. Now, I know that's a big word, but literally we're all kind of going crazy. This pandemic got us locked up indoors. It's making us disassociate from friends and family. And, what else would you expect but psychopathology? So are we depressed during the COVID-19 pandemic? The coronavirus disease, COVID-19, pandemic has been associated with mental health challenges. It's related to the morbidity and the mortality caused by the disease. We're all afraid of possibly getting sick, and we're even more afraid of possibly dying or knowing someone who passes. So the other thing that is affecting us is the mitigation activities are limited now, such as social distancing and these stay-at-home orders. We're experiencing symptoms of anxiety disorder and depressive disorder, which is increased considerably in the United States during the months of April to June 2020. Compared with the same period in 2019. The news about this pandemic on our day-to-day lives has been unrelenting. There is a reason for concern, and I'm not going to downplay that, but it makes sense to take this pandemic seriously, I believe. On the other hand, it's not good for our health or our mind and body to be on high alert 24/7. It's just not good for us. So doing so will wear down both our emotional well-being and our psychological well-being. So what do we do? Ask Irma, what do you want me to do? How do I downplay what's happening in my mind? Well, there's certain things that I'm going to recommend now, and hopefully you'll take some of these or all of these recommendations and apply them in your life. The first thing I want to talk about is morning rituals. I'm not going to talk about things to do later in the day. Right now I'm going to focus on the morning. And ritualistic behavior has been known or shown to cause us to get calmer and feel more in control of our lives and feel a more sense of peace. So certain rituals every day, like morning rituals, I'm gonna recommend that you do. The first thing when you wake up in the morning, I want you to try to remember what you dreamt about. Try to remember your dreams. This is a very good mental exercise. It's good for our brains to try to remember, what did we dream about? Do this when you wake up in the morning, okay? The second thing I want to recommend is that you meditate for a good 10 minutes every morning. It's best if you just focus on nothing. There's lots of literature that you can read that can tell you how to meditate. This video is not to focus on that. I'm not going to instruct you on how to meditate. I'm just going to recommend that you do meditate. Meditate every morning when you wake up. It'll clear your mind and help you to focus for the day. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do is something that you don't hear every day. I want you to make your bed. Making your bed can give you a sense of control. It can make you feel organized. It can help you to feel a sense of cleanliness. You know, like they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. It gives you a sense of control, and it also gives you something to look forward to that night, to come home to a well-made bed. It gives you a sense of order to your environment. The next thing I'm going to recommend, the fourth thing, is journaling. What you plan to achieve that day, or you can journal what you accomplished the day before. This is a good way to start, but pretty much you can journal anything you want, however you want to journal. This gives your day purpose, but continual journaling keeps your thoughts organized. It improves your writing skills, something you don't think about when you're journaling. But, you know, a lot of times we're just typing. You want to journal with a pen and a pad. It will help you with your writing skills. It also helps to set and achieve your goals. It records your ideas and your problem-solving methods. It allows you to self-reflect, something we oftentimes don't have time to do in a given day, especially if you work all day, you have children, you don't have time for self-reflection. Make time in the morning to journal. Most importantly, these are benefits of journaling. It boosts your mood and your affect. It enhances your sense of well-being. It reduces your symptoms of depression and anxiety, especially depression about an upcoming event, say, i.e. a test or a presentation you're about to give. Journaling is very good at helping alleviate the stress associated with a dreaded upcoming event. It reduces intrusion and avoidance symptoms post-trauma. A lot of us are suffering post-traumatic stress syndrome. A lot of us feel that now. This will help us to get over these injured and bruised feelings. Finally, it improves your waking memory. Next, I want you to do something else every day of the week. I want you to read. I want you to read inspirational stuff, whatever inspires you. I want you to read fiction. I want you to read nonfiction, news, which of course, right now, reading the news or even watching the news, it is so depressing. But we must be informed in order to keep our families safe and ourselves safe and others safe. So do read the news every day. But, you know, my channel, I'm Squat Mom. My channel is about exercise to turn back the clock and reverse the aging process. So what I emphasize in my channel is exercise. I feel it is the most important thing you can do right now during COVID, or for the rest of your life, actually. Exercise for a minimum of 10 minutes every morning. If you have to set an alarm to get up a little bit earlier, please do. You need to do something for 10 minutes in the morning before you start your day. You could do stretches, calisthenics, whatever it is that would get your heart pumping and get your brain active. For the most part, in my channel, I recommend that you work out an hour a day, 5 to 6 days a week. You're going to do 40 to 50 minutes of anaerobic or weightlifting, and you're going to do 10 to 20 minutes of aerobic activity every day. This is something that you need to incorporate into your life. I'm going to talk now about the benefits of exercise. It relieves stress and it reduces anxiety. It enhances our mood. Within 5 minutes of working out, your mood elevates. You get happier due to the endorphins that are released while you exercise. That's why I'm saying make sure you take time, like 10 minutes in the morning, to work out. Finally, research shows that exercise can help alleviate mild to moderate long-term depression. And that's something that a lot of us are experiencing now. So you need to work out every day to help you to alleviate some of this stress and this down mood that we're all feeling. Finally, exercise can release stress and increase relaxation. Regular exercise has been shown to reduce symptoms of anxiety, a boost in energy, improved health. It decreases blood pressure and your heart rate, and it controls your weight, which, you know, we all need to control our weight. It strengthens our muscles and it enhances our immunity. Also, I've mentioned this before, I'm going to mention it again. If a lot of you are having, you know, broken sleep due to your concerns with COVID, or your concerns with your family, or just the times, I recommend exercising 5 to 6 hours a week for a better, more restful sleep. So I hope you take this advice and you apply it into your life, and hopefully it'll elevate your mood and make you happier during these unpredictable times. I'm not downplaying the effects of COVID on any of us. If anything, I understand. I experience the fear and the anxiety related to COVID every day, but I have found that certain things help me to deal with this time, this feeling of isolation and all of this unknown. Anyway, right now I'm going to demonstrate an exercise for you. It's called the Kettlebell Swing. I'm going to show you the proper methods, things to avoid. I'm going to work out today in a different room in my house, a different workout room. So please join me for that. Let's go. Now to demonstrate the kettlebell swing. The kettlebell swing's power comes all from the hips, not from your arms. The way to practice and perfect the hip hinge: first put a bar on your back. Stick your butt back toward the wall. You should feel the stretch in your hamstrings and glutes, then drive back up. Okay, so the next thing I would like you to do to practice your hip hinge before you actually do a kettlebell swing is bend over and pick up your kettlebell. Hold it in front of you, close to your chest, and push your butt back, hinging at the hips. Then drive your hips up. While performing the kettlebell swing, you should most definitely feel your weight on your heels. What I recommend is that you put your toes up on a board or 2 5-pound weights. Then hinge at the hip. You will definitely feel the weight on your heels if you do this. Many aspects of the kettlebell swing are identical to doing a deadlift. So the first thing you're going to think about is sticking your chest up and out. Your lats should descend and your shoulder blades should be retracted. Then you're going to send your butt back by hinging at the hips. You're going to be thinking about having your shoulders over the kettlebell as you would in a deadlift. This allows you to lock in the lats and engage the core. Drive the hips up, squeezing the butt at the top, and then slowly drop the kettlebell down. Now I'm going to execute the kettlebell swing. You're going to set yourself up like you are hiking a football. You have to think about hiking a football through your legs. Your body setup is the same as before. You're hinging at the hips with soft knees. Your shoulders are forward and over the kettlebell. Your spine is flat and neutral. You're going to hike the kettlebell back through your legs. You want your shoulder blades to be retracted and flat. It's important to hike the kettlebell back, retract the lats, shoulders forward, back flat, and pop your hips forward when you come up. Then you repeat. Many people do the kettlebell swing wrong. What they do is they use their arm movement, swinging their arms forward and backward. Not what you want to do. Another thing that people are doing pretty commonly is the squat and overhead press. They pick up the kettlebell, they squat, and they press it. Another thing that you don't want to do. Okay, so now I'm going to conclude today's lesson. Today we talked about the pandemic and ways to cope with the pandemic. Hopefully you can apply some of these methods into your morning rituals and use them throughout your lifetime, not just during COVID, to help you to center yourself and be mindful and disciplined throughout your life. I want everyone that watches my channel to realize that there's some things we can't control and there are other things that we can control, and we can only work with the things that we can control, and the rest we just have to be hopeful and positive and centered. So I also taught today how to do the kettlebell swing. I think that if you watch my video, you will learn proper technique, be able to apply the kettlebell swing. You either buy a kettlebell or you go to your gym. I don't know if your gym's still open. I recommend that you buy a kettlebell in various sizes, small, medium, large. They come in different weight sizes. Buy one and use it because you'll use it for the rest of your life. It is such a good exercise for your core, your hamstrings, and your glutes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked today's video, please smash the like button. And if you feel that the instructions I've been giving throughout are applicable into your life, you could use them to keep yourself healthy and happy, please subscribe. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Thank you for watching.